Hello. I'm going to try and tape this message and try to get it on YouTube, although I really don't know how to do that, and I'm hoping my daughter will help me. But I think it's a very important message. I didn't know how else to do it, but I really felt I needed to do something. Because over 3 months ago, I was in an accident. A car he came out of his lane. He said he was distracted. He didn't know why, but he hit me head on. And I got into a pretty bad accident. Pretty bad, serious stuff happened. I was on my way home from work, and I loved my job, and everything was going great, and I was really happy and really thinking on the ride home how great everything was going. But so, yeah, I shouldn't have been thinking that. So, pa-boom, I see his headlights coming right at me, and I thought, no, 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 no. Well, I said that out loud. I actually remember saying, oh, no, 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 no. But bam, he hit me. And the car, I guess, spun around. Things were flying around in the car, and I ended up down in a ravine. I couldn't feel my legs. Actually, at first, it was like the worst pain I ever felt my whole life. So I had to kind of just take some breaths, and when I was able to, think a little more clearly, I couldn't feel my legs, although I could feel that my ankle seemed to be at a strange angle. So when rescue came, they were wonderful. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. But rescue came and got me out of the car. I had a compound fracture, so they were really focused on that, because my bones were sticking out of my leg, out of my ankle. And I was brought to the hospital, and well, they found out that I had bones in both feet broken. I had my ankles were pretty much destroyed. They'd been operated on and everything like that. I have a broken leg bone on my right side and knee, a broken rib on my right side, and then 2 ribs broken on my left side. I had a lot of bruising up to my neck. My neck up, everything was okay, although my brain, I'm sure, got jostled, but my brain was already jostled. So anyway, I want to get this message out there because he was distracted. I'm glad he's okay. He was fine. He walked around after. He seemed fine. And I would hear about accidents and I'd think, oh, that's really too bad. Those poor people, I hope they're okay. But I had no idea what accidents really did to the people, what the effects were. And I was in the hospital for a week, unable to walk, put any pressure on either foot. I was in rehab, unable to put any pressure still on either foot for most of that stay, and that was a month. Sorry, my arms are getting tired from holding this up. Then I've been home for almost 2 months, and I was just given the okay to put pressure on, to put some weight on my right foot. That doesn't mean I can walk, but I have been practicing or working on walking. I wear my big old ear casts, and I use a walker, and I can, the longest I've gone so far is around that couch. No, not that couch. That couch. That's the farthest I've walked so far. We were lucky to have insurance because I was able to get a hospital bed, which I've been living in since I've been here. I have a beautiful, lovely commode, my bathroom stuff, my medicines back there, some of my medicines, my wheelchair. So it's been fun. Such fun. But I am glad that the guy who hit me is okay, but I don't think he realizes what happened. My life, I was like yanked out of my life. My life was put on hold. I had loved my job, as I said. Loved what I was doing. Was having probably the best day I had in a long time. Really, happy and things were going well. I was exercising every morning and going to the Y to swim 3 times a week. And thinking, I hope this doesn't end. But of course, I shouldn't have thought that. So here I am. So I want to get that message out there. Please do not be distracted when you drive. Please don't text. Don't read. Don't talk on the phone. Don't do whatever. Just if you're driving, just drive. Just drive. Because you don't know what effect you'll have on the other person. You're out there, you're taking your life and their lives into your hands. It affected not only me, but my husband and my daughter. My husband has to give me shots every morning in the stomach. I couldn't do it. I tried and tried. I just can't do it. So he has to give me shots in my stomach. Every day I had to get a ride over an hour to get my wound on my left foot from the open compound fracture cauterized every couple of days. They had to, because the wound was growing and the tissue underneath was coming out, and they had to try and take care of that. So that's like putting a lit cigarette into an open wound. How to have that done. My daughter, I'm sure she's been affected to see me like this, and my husband and daughter have been wonderful. They've been staying down here with me, sleeping with me at night, which is really very sweet and wonderful of them. I'm very lucky. I have great family and friends, and very fortunate. But I wanted to say this to you all out there. Hopefully somebody will listen, and hopefully you'll really think about it, is that when you are distracted, when you're driving and you hit somebody else, you can ruin their lives. I don't consider my life ruined because I'm very lucky. My job, they said they'd hold my job for me for 6 months. I love my job. Wonderful people. I really, truly appreciate them doing that. But, there's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. My husband had to go to the hospital. All the stress that he's been under and dealing with this with me. He was having terrible headaches. They thought he had an aneurysm sent him to the hospital, but luckily it was high blood pressure. So, anyway, please think about it. I don't have a car now, even though I'm terrified to go into a car because of this all, and my insurance didn't pay for to cover all my car. So hopefully my insurance will pay for the medical equipment, the doctor's appointments, the ride to the hospital, which was like $250 each way, and a wheelchair van. Hopefully the insurance will cover that stuff. I'm glad the guy's okay, but I want to make it clear to anybody out there who has caused an accident, you might have really hurt the people that you hit. So please keep that in mind. Please keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. And I don't know the rest of the song, but don't get distracted. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel. Drive safely. Oh, I just wanted to bring this up too. I found this has been a very interesting and eye-opening experience. I drop a lot of things. I can't get them, so I have a grab bar and stuff. When people move my stuff, it's very frustrating. So if you know somebody in a wheelchair or who can't move as well as usual for some reason, don't move their stuff on them or ask them where they'd like it. And when I did go out. I went to a mall with my daughter and husband, and people were staring at me and like, oh my gosh, look at that woman in the wheelchair and her legs, or they were not making eye contact. And we dealt with one woman who really, it was so obvious, and she blatantly did everything she could to avoid making eye contact with me, but have made it with my husband and daughter, but not with me. So that's been very interesting. So I hope you get this message. I hope people watch this. I don't know if anybody will. I don't know if it will ever make it to YouTube. I'm hoping it will, because I hope people who drive out there and do other stuff while they're driving will watch this and realize what you could do. Because see, look, I got casts on my legs, I got the walker over there, I got crutches for when I could finally maybe use crutches someday. And, my life is really, it hasn't been easy. It's been a big struggle, but I will get through it. But I want you to know and keep it in mind. Ooh, this is getting pretty long. So hopefully you've watched this. Okay. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel. Don't drive distracted. Be kind to each other. Love everybody. Be good. Thank you. Take care.